Pat Sajak's final spin as TV husband has Vanna White in denial. The unavoidable departure of Pat Sajak, Vanna White's longtime accomplice on Wheel of Fortune, must be difficult for her. She admits that she finds the thought of his retiring difficult on Live with Kelly and Mark. Most people find major adjustments difficult. Unquestionably, Pat Sajak, a mainstay of Wheel of Fortune, is going through a lot of change with his retirement. The world is aware that Pat Sajak is expected to retire following the current season, even though all the details are still unknown. However, this has repercussions because Vanna White lost her so-called TV husband after 41 years of working together on the show. It's true that Vanna White finds it difficult to comprehend that her longtime colleague Pat Sajak is retiring. Vanna discusses her predictions for Pat's final Wheel of Fortune show on Live with Kelly and Mark. Vanna is greeted by Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos in the October 27 live program, and they inquire candidly about her final spin with her 41-year co-host. Mark asks, "Have you thought about the final spin?" with curiosity. Vanna says, "I can't think about it," with a slight wince. Following 41 years of marriage, it's hard, she tries to murmur, her voice trembling. Kelly probes further, wondering if they have talked about the details of the farewell show that will air in June 2024. Vanna simply says, "We haven't discussed it," as she steers away. Vanna goes on, relatably, "You guys are married. This is how it works, you know. We've been together for so long that when he walks up the stairs, I can tell what kind of mood he's in," she says instinctively. Even though Pat Sajak and Vanna White make jokes about being each other's husband and wife at work, they aren't legally wed. Kelly Ripa draws attention to the fact that for years, I think I speak for a lot of people, I assumed Pat and you were wed. Imagine my surprise when Pat came to our house for dinner one night, she says, laughing. Kelly finishes her statement, and Mark adds, "And you weren't there." Kelly reveals this shockingly. I was like, "Oh my gosh, it appears that Pat and Vanna got divorced." "That's funny. That is too funny," Vanna responds. The audience explodes in laughter as the program switches to Ryan Seacrest, Vanna White's soon-to-be co-host. Ryan used to co-host Live, so Kelly had a lot to say about it. Says Vanna, "I've talked to Ryan. He is very kind and ecstatic. It makes sense because you never know what you're going to get when a host leaves and another host comes in," Kelly says. Admittedly, she is relieved that the new version of Pat is a decent guy. Vanna begs jokingly for knowledge. "You have to tell me everything." Mark responds, "He's not a speller." They make jokes about how bad his texts are and how they know he's trying to say something, but they're not sure what. Vanna laughs and says, "I appreciate the warning." What do you think about Pat Sajak and Vanna White splitting up and his last tour coming to an end?